Okay.
Chant of light.
Turn that in, I guess. Is there loot in here? There is.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater. Might I suggest 30 silver? 1 out of 1 is a more generous gift than 10 out of thousands. What can I do for you then? It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you? Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers. And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Qunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Okay, so we can get
Unwavering faith. Let him hear our righteousness.
Sven out of his cage.
Enduring perseverance.
Yeah, I don't have anything against this game. As I said, I don't think it's gripping me. It feels like one of those games where someone tells you, don't worry, it gets good after this point, but that point is like 12 hours into the game. And that's a lot of commitment. That's a lot of commitment. You know? Like, it's nothing against the game, but it's one of those, I mean, like, that's hard for me to say, like, I'm in. When it's not already catching me, like, really... like, really off the bat, you know? Like, it's nothing against it, that's for sure. But it's definitely a very slow burn of a game.
Thinking about ways to describe you. You are unlike any animal I have ever met. Almost human in your intelligence and understanding. So, let me see. You're loyal, yes? That one is obvious. Very, very clever. This is also obvious. You are terrifying when you have to be, but gentle and sweet as a dove at other times. And you are also playful. Sometimes gluttonous. No? What is all this begging for food scraps then?
I do
Well,
enjoy how they have
alright.
full conversations
You're
with the
not
dog.
gluttonous. You're just a lover of fine foods. How's that?
I like how they have full conversations with the dog.
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
So now we have Sten. What is Sten? Sten is a warrior. Let's see what Sten can do. Hang on. Let's I would feel bad if Max got hurt.
Yes.
So. Dude, he's huge. Holy shit. I didn't realize how fucking tall he was. He's fucking gigantic. So Sten has all of the combat training unlocked. So he can also tank. He can also taunt. And he's got two-handed, so he's a two-handed weapons tank. He has no weapon, though. I'll give him boots. We need to get you some gear. Do I have any money? We have 10 silver. We can at least get him a weapon, hopefully.
So how is...
Okay, I feel like this is a difficult game to break into. That might be why I never like really put time into this when I got it back in the day.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
'Cause I feel like by this point we were already like really doing stuff in Mass Effect, and we're still waiting on the game to like get going. There we go. Okay, now you got a sword. Alright, he can do stuff now. I'll give it till the end of stream today. We'll see where we're at with this. I don't wanna dip out on it just yet. We're apparently still somehow in the intro, because Vilafar said it's when we figure out where the enchanting stuff is, and we still haven't gotten to enchanting things yet. So we're apparently still in the tutorial at 6 hours. That's a lot. Like, I dogged Legends Arceus for having a 2-hour tutorial session. And that's a modern game.
This should be easy enough. As you wish. Let's get started.
Let Sten run off and just get his ass kicked. Do we have a way to, like, give him the ability to heal himself, possibly? He's gonna kind of need that. Does anyone know how to make the poison this guy needs? I don't want to leave the quests undone if I can help it.
On your guard! Let's get started.
God.
Here we go! You should run while you can. This should be easy enough.
Oh, he dropped a bunch of shit I could probably gear up Sten with now. There we go. Look at him, he's all geared up now. We'll made him stronger.
Allow me. I could do that for you. Allow me. I could do that for you. What now?
That would have been really funny if doing that made it so that you switch to her and she can't actually change it out. If anyone knows how to make the poison for the quest, please let me know. Because I don't... If it's told me how to do that, I don't know how to do it yet.
This should be easy enough. Let's get started.
Leveled up. We get 1 specialization point? Is that for this? How do you get the specialization? Oh, we don't have specializations unlocked yet. Okay. Increase our willpower. Caster magically injects a target with corrosive poison that inflicts continual nature damage. If the target dies while the effect is still active, it explodes, damaging nearby targets and possibly infecting them in turn. Though the spell is related to Walking Bomb, the magic behind the two does not interact. A target cannot be infected with both. Okay, so we can upgrade that. Let's do that then. So when they have the plus sign next to their name, that means that they can level up then, right?
Got it.
Oh, my death magic aura again. Oh, we can't go that way.
No, I was a Lacer's.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Completed the Enchanter's Board quests. Okay, I guess we can go to... Do we have other quests we still need to do? I thought there was other things still here to get done. How do you craft plants, though? Oh, it's fucking in here. I don't remember which one he wanted. What do we need to make for him? Craft lesser health policies. And 3 flasks of venom.
Can't do that.
Okay, so we have to have flasks to do this then.
I hope more soldiers make it out of Ostagar.
Do you?
Had any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Allow me. I could do that for you. It's done.
If you must.
Okay, and then the poison guy was in here.
I've got a cousin in the temple.
I just think I'm just kind of doing like a bunch of random things. That one's pretty good. Anyone else think the wine bottles are comically oversized in this game?
Stock. Splendid. If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some, hey?
Okay. And then there's like side quests to do still. Well, I guess we figured out we can make potions and stuff. It's just buried in a radial menu. That would have been nice to have a tutorial that told me, hey, you can make these. Open the LB window to see it. They do that for a bunch of other stuff. I don't know why they don't do it for the crafting.
Been out to the market.
What am I glowing purple for? What's causing that?
Critters. On it. Another battle. Here we go. This should be easy. On it.
I tried to be merciful.
Right. Excellent! Kill them, and let's be on our way. As you wish.
Oh, she's super dead. Oh, well, I guess the kid's mom is super dead. She got eaten by wolves.
Let's get started.
Look at wolves keep coming for.
The battle is finished.
The wolf was dead. How did it get back up again? A distinctive landmark, but otherwise unremarkable at this time.
On it. Let's get started.
Enough!
Okay, well that's the bears and the kid's mother found.
sing a great deal?
Yes, I do. Music lifts my...
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks. Built of stone, marble, or any precious...
Okay, are we all done then? Is that everything? Oh, I guess that's all of it. Who are these
We
goons?
done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Warden
You're mine! Time for some fun! On it.
Holy
this could be good.
fuck. They didn't stand a chance. Well, are there any more refugees anymore? They're all fucking dead.
Say what you must.
I finished.
Someone help us!
Just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? On your guard! Right. Come and get it! This should be easy enough.
I like the finishing moves, honestly. I feel like I missed out not taking the melee class. The finishing moves seem really cool.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged. The name's Bodon Fedek, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandor. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way. Grey Wardens. My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Okay. We helped them out. I guess that's all that matters. What? Why are you crying? No crying. No crying. No white kitty crying. Okay, so now where do we go? Mizuki the cat, please. Get off my desk. Come on, get down. Can't be up here. So it's 6.5 hours. Are we out of the tutorial yet? Hey, weird cryptic visions. BioWare loves these.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The lighting effect is really, really flickering there.
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know
Other than
about?
dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Oh, here's the enchantment thing Villafar was talking about.
Yes? Well, here I am. I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in. I have had dreams. This was different somehow. When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything? That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
Okay.
Why are we stopping? There are Darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Just saying, chat, he could easily carry you around like a fucking puppet. He's huge.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight. No. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Wow, what the fuck, dude?
I am. Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did. The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world. No, I didn't. Yes. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting. What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty. No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead. As you wish.
Well, we still got Sten approval out of that, so... We can talk to Max.
Oh, why, you little...
Are you harassing my dog?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look. Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Don't fuck with the dog, it's his food. What are you fucking with his food for, you dumbass? Stupid fucking Alistair.
What do you need? You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did. I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry. I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of. I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for their... when they fall in battle. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just... That must have felt a lot like when I got sent to the Chantry. You mages don't even get a say in the matter after all. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little. I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Can we bang all of our companions in this game? It's an honest question. Morgan's way over here.
What do you wish of me? If you must. I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend. So I assume. My mother has walked the wilds far longer than I. Who am I to suggest what things she has done and not done in her past? Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess. Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. Indeed, you could learn the spells required if I cared to teach you. There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary. They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the Chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one. I'm shocked that you think so. Being a mage of the circle,
We're
as
gonna make
you
sure we're
are.
open-minded.
But perhaps you felt a little like a caged bird as well, caught within that dark tower. I thought so. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
+7 Morrigan approval. Let's go.
What do you wish of me? We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Why are you still here? So you could like force them away? Is that what that does?
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service once again. I saw your camp.
I can't tell those are my shoes or just those weird ass looking
to rest
feet.
for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Ward. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. You should need
Oh,
enchantments.
his kid is
simply
simple,
talk to my
but it's
boy.
fun.
Otherwise, come speak with me. You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose. Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old Tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that. Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost Tigers, they're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure, something worth a little gold.
I see.
The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back. I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you? I hear that Tyr Loghain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astagar. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out at Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission, but I hear that they're starting to
Hey, the Fighters Guild is recruiting.
Maybe they all went back to Redcliffe.
So I'm waiting for him to say is I hear the Fighters Guild is recruiting.
Searching for something that can't be found and abandoned their search. I wonder what Earl Eamon is going to do without any knights. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I hear news from Dinnerham that Tyr Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
Can't have a woman leading the country. Can't have that.
Thank the Maker we didn't lose Tyr Loghain at Ostagar. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said. Without him, we'd be lost. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. With King Cailan dead, the throne falls to Queen Anora. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Cailan's father, old King Merrick, would have approved. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. With a defeat at Ostagar, it'll be inevitable that the Darkspawn hordes start moving north soon. They have no one standing in their way, do they? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I've heard a lot of stories of bands of Darkspawn roaming the countryside far north of the Kokori Wilds. They just seem to appear out of nowhere and disappear just as fast. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Lost Tides, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming. People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch. That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend. Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here, I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Oh, he's got, like, fucking named items. What the hell? Oh, we have, like, a really nice sword.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform. But my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Enchantment!
Okay, so can I give that to Alistair? Okay. Oh, it is like a fire effect on it now. So I probably can't enchant a staff or anything. I'm surprised I can't enchant anybody else's gear. Maybe it has to be not equipped, which is weird. Let's try that. Let's see what that does. Maybe unequipping my weapon lets me enchant it. Be a weird restriction.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
No, because Oathkeeper is the only item we have that can be enchanted, I guess, then. Weird, alright. We can enchant most items. Literally one item of all the things we have equipped can be enchanted. The giant fucking cheese wheel. Alright, let's save our game, guys. Let's save our game. It's a 6.5 hour tutorial. I don't know, guys. I don't know if this one's for me. I don't know if this one's for me. I think the game could be really neat. I think it has some neat ideas, for sure. But it's a real slow burn. And I honestly can say I don't know how invested I am in this. Nothing against anyone who likes the game. I don't think this is for me. I think this is outside of my wheelhouse of... This is outside of my wheelhouse of stuff I'm super down with, I think. I don't think I vibe with this one. We tried it, though. I can honestly say I tried it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think this is enough time to say after 6.5 hours, if I'm not in, I don't think I'm going to. You know? Like by now I feel like we were already like neck deep into Mass Effect by comparison. I think the pacing on this is really slow. And like it's not even like we were like skipping things, like we were going through everything it wanted us to do. It's just a lot. So I think tomorrow, I'm off tomorrow, so we'll have all day tomorrow. It's a banker's holiday, so I get a nice banker's holiday off, which is pretty sick. So we get to do more stuff tomorrow. I think we'll probably we'll either put a pin in this or we'll call it with this. I don't know if I'll come back to this one, guys. But I don't know if we're gonna finish it either.
Smoking shit in a glass pipe, blowing the Lord's bubbles.
No, thanks for the 100 bits. And showing off one of the 73 different variations of the 100-bit alert. I went through the entire saga of all 5 Dracula flows and picked out all my favorite ones.
Give me a mattress and a fleshlight, I'll thrive anywhere.
Yeah, there are 73 variations. I need to get most of them up. I think 20 of them are uploaded, but there are, let's see how many are still remaining to get done. I think I have 1 through 20 put on there of the ones I put in. Let's see. Stream alerts. Yeah, Dracula flow on the 100 bits here. There are 54 more of them I still need to get put in there, and I haven't... I need to still vet which ones for sure are going to be in, but it's going to be a pretty significant rotation, so it doesn't repeat the same lines over and over again for 100 bits. But yeah, that's what I was working on the other day, and I got a huge chunk of it done, but there's still quite a bit to go through. Look, I may not be the biggest streamer on the platform. We may not get those alerts to go off too terribly often. But let it never be said that I don't put some fucking work in to make sure the stream is entertaining as fuck. I definitely have incentives placed in, and I put the work in. Don't ever let it be said that I don't put the work in. Yes, I wanted to make sure they don't get old. If I'd only put like 5 or 6 of them on there, it'd get old pretty fucking quickly, and I'd have to come up with new alerts. If I put 73 of them in there, it's very unlikely that we're going to hit repeats too terribly often. I say that, but Life Finds a Way exists. It ever finds his way over to this stream, I worry that I'd have to come up with new ideas for alerts rather quickly. Either way, guys, let's find someone to say hi to tonight. We'll be on tomorrow for probably pretty much the entire day. Let's see who's playing video games that we can go say hello to. We'll probably run marbles tomorrow. I'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll play more of this. We'll see how I feel in the morning on it. But chances are we'll have marbles tomorrow. Thanks again at Continuum for the pick. We gave it a fair shot. Every game gets a fair shot. Every game gets a fair shot. And we'll see where it goes from there. Like I said, we never commit to finishing the games. Banjo-Kazooie, that was definitely a that was on stubborn principle. We got as far into that as we did.